January's card reading was a struggle. I didn't know if there would even be a reading because it was taking me so long to get to what the message was. Even though the whole time it was literally in front of my face, I just didn't realize that. I pulled the tiger and I was originally really excited. There's a mural by the coffee shop that I look at a lot. I had just looked at the mural that morning. So I just felt like, oh, everything's lining up. This is really cool. And then things took a turn. When I pull the card, I set the space, I clear the energy, I pray a little bit, I call on whatever animal is going to come through and guide me. And then I pull a card and I meditate on it to see what messages come through for the month. And then I'll read about the animal in one of my favorite animal books. And normally by that point, I have a really clear message. I know what the reading is, but this month there were so many messages and they were all over the place. I didn't know what the message was. That had never happened to me before. So I decided to give the month of January Reiki because I thought that positive energy would help me in the process. And in the big picture, it did help me in the process because it helped me to see what the message was about being focused and being patient and being in the moment and not worrying and appreciating what is and not wanting things to be different. But because I wanted things to be different and I wasn't patient and I didn't want to keep focusing on finding the message, I had a really hard time just realizing what the tiger was telling me. I felt like I needed to just go directly to the tiger, not look at a card, not do Reiki, not look in a book, just connect directly with the tiger. So I meditated and I asked the tiger to show me what the message for the month was. It was a weird meditation. It wasn't just here is your message, Andrea, wrapped up in a nice little box. The tiger had me pet it and then it had me zoom in and look at the folds of its skin. And I thought that was really weird, so I zoomed us back out. And then the tiger opened its mouth and I went inside where it was really dark. I didn't know what all of that meant. Maybe the tiger was telling me, go into the dark and I will show you what the message is. I meditated in the dark and it was not what I expected. The whole time I was really distracted and I was worried. So I was really focused on what is the message? It's gonna come to me in the dark. I just know it, but it didn't. The tiger just kept showing me images of the five senses. It was drinking water. It had me pet it. It had me smell things and was pushing me to just come back to the moment. What do I hear? What am I smelling? I didn't realize that that was part of the message for the month. Being in the moment, focusing on the five senses, having the senses help you get into the present moment. After the meditation, I had to take a break. I was too focused on trying to get the message that I knew I just had to let it go and see what happened and trust that it would come to me. So the next day, I decided to go for a drive. I start out the drive by not thinking about anything. I think the movement of the car just, I don't know, it wipes my brain clean. The longer I drive, that's when I'm completely out of my head and things start coming to me. So I took a drive and things clicked even more. I realized that the whole process, everything that I had been experiencing was the message. When I was driving, I realized how much the tiger was trying to get me to be in the present moment. But I couldn't be as present as I wanted to be because I was driving. So I decided to go take a walk in the woods where I can just be with nature, really focus on the present moment because that's all nature does. It is the present moment. And I wanted to think about everything that the tiger was telling me in that environment. Nature allows me to really focus on my five senses. And that was a big thing that the tiger was showing me in the meditation in the dark. Really focus on those 5 senses, except taste, because I'm not gonna like eat poisonous berries or anything. But I could smell the trees. I could see so many beautiful things, animals, trees. There's a volcano by where I live. The sounds of the birds, the ducks, the wind in the trees, my footsteps. Nature helps me to get outside of my head, my life, everything. Because of that, I was realizing how much I was worrying, how much pressure I was putting on myself, and how it was all unnecessary. I had the message the whole time, and my being distracted caused me to not see it. So this month, the tiger is telling us to be focused and be patient. We may know where we want to get to, but we need to be flexible and know that it may take time. The tiger wants us to spend time alone whenever we need it, and to use our 5 senses to bring us into the present moment so that we don't miss what's right in front of us.